Hey, what's good guys? So in today's video, I'm gonna be teaching you the best tips and tricks video you can watch for the hood. I promise you this is the best one. No one really covers like most of the stuff I cover in this video. So there's gonna be 4 different chapters, right? So the first chapter is gonna be combat. The second one is gonna be about like skins and stuff. The third chapter is gonna be about movement, and the fourth chapter is gonna be about terms. And terms are like words that the hoodians use that isn't really like part of like other games. So it just helps you like understand. I have over 200 hours on this game, and the first thing I'm gonna list off is like guns. So the main guns are DB, Rev, tactical shotgun, and shotgun. Some people like to use like AUG and Uzi and stuff, but those are the main like 4. There's also weapons called supers, which are like RPGs and flamethrowers and grenade launchers that are just like really OP and in my opinion should be removed from the game. Here are the locations for the double barrel, the military base, and in the casino alleyway. The revolver locations are by this little shop by bank, and there's also one behind the gas station at Uphill. The tactical shotgun is located at the Uphill gun shop, and the shotgun is located in the downhill gun shop. Next up is Void Mask. So this is an accessory that basically blocks all headshot damage. I made a video on this if you want like a deeper like explanation, but basically if someone shoots you in the head, it basically just counts as a body shot. I made a video on this if you want to see like what it actually does. No, it's completely real. I didn't fake that. It's hard to believe honestly, but it's because it's so stupid. But so next up is accessory hitbox. So basically if you wear big accessories, you will have a bigger hitbox. I'll give you guys a little demonstration. Alright, so I'm on my alt account right now, and this is my main account. I just put like a shit ton of accessories on it, and I'm gonna shoot my gun at it and see what happens. So right here, I'm gonna shoot my gun here, and it hits him. Shoot my gun here, and it hits him here. So I'm gonna shoot my alt account now, which doesn't have big accessories, and then see it doesn't hit. Also, one little thing I want to mention. So your bullet actually comes from your gun, not your crosshair. So like, if I shoot him right here, it's gonna curve a little because it's coming from my gun, not the crosshair. See, if I were to shoot like right here, which is not aimed on him, it will still hit him. Let me take all these ugly ass things off before I transition. So the skin value website is row value. This is where you get to like learn all the values of your skins. You can see if their demand is high, their demand is low, what the value is. Basically, the higher the value, the better the skin is. It isn't really based on like a currency or anything. Like it isn't like if a value on row value is like 50,000, it isn't 50,000 like the hood cash or Robux. It's just its own little number. It's hard to explain, but you'll get it at some point. It's not that hard to understand. But alright, so I'm gonna actually talk about this little like delay thing. So basically, if you want a skin that has no delay, it can't look different from the actual rev skin. So look, this is the actual default rev skin, and as you can see, this has way less delay than the other one. Now if I were to put this battle worn purple one on, it's the exact same because it's the same rev skin, just like a different color. Same with the snow wrap legendary. It's the same thing but different color, and it works perfectly fine. But if you're gonna wear like a fancy wancy skin like this, it's gonna have a little bit of delay. Now that's the unfortunate truth. You know, I wish I could use skins like this more often, but it's not really good in fights, so that's not a good thing. Next, I want to talk about graphics. And in your Roblox settings, you're gonna see this graphics bar. If you turn this all the way up, your skins will have much more effect. This is a small thing, but it's really cool to notice. Like, this looks much better on max graphics. And yeah, all skins look a lot better on max graphics. Alright, so next up is knife gun movement. This is a really niche thing that I've seen no one talk about, but it's like really important. So you're probably wondering what this is too. Basically, you have your knife, right? This is one of my knife skins, and it does this little cool animation. But however, if I do this and then equip a gun, see the gun moves like a lot, so that's going to affect where it shoots. Because like I said earlier, the actual projectile shoots from the gun itself, not your crosshair. So if I shoot while doing the animation, it's gonna go completely everywhere. The bullets are gonna go flying. And like, let's switch out my knife skin for this one. See, the gun is like in completely different directions, and it's just really weird. The most optimal thing would to be like use a knife skin with no animation, but That's lame. I like to use them with animations, but it doesn't really matter too much. But if you're like really trying to get into the game, then maybe just use a knife skin while that, an animation. The last thing I want to talk about of skins is crates. Now you can either buy crates for 100,000 dahood cash, which these are completely useless. Like, they give you, like, even if you roll like a legendary, they still give you like shitty weapons. So to buy premium crates, you click on like a vehicle that's available, you click 1 or 10, and you click buy. 1 premium crate costs 35 and 10 costs 300, so you're getting a little bit of a discount if you get 10, but it's completely up to you. Let's see what I get out of this premium crate. Nothing good. See, they're mostly scams. The first thing I want to briefly cover is macros. So if you've played the hood for 5 minutes, you're gonna see someone like walking around like this. So this is called a macro. I've made videos on this too, but I'm gonna give you a brief summary. Basically all it is like, mine's a mouse macro, so it's built into my mouse. Basically all it does is zoom in and out really fast, and it does this. So the next thing I want to cover is knife. So basically if you hold out your knife, you're gonna walk pretty slow and you're gonna run, I mean, somewhat fast, but if you hold out your knife, you walk a bit faster and you run like a lot faster. You can also jump higher, like this is how high I jump with my knife, and this is how high I jump without it. So if you like hold this out during fights and you're like shooting and you like need that little jump boost, then it's completely optional to use. I would personally recommend buying the knife game pass, so you don't have to go to the place where the knife is like constantly. It's only like 100 Robux or something. I don't know how much it is, but it's really helpful. So the next thing I want to talk about is animations. So the hood is like really weird, and basically you need like some animations to be good at the game. They change like what your gun is. So the ones that I use right now are zombie walk and run, and then old school jump and fall. Most people use zombie walk and run and then the ninja jump and fall, but I just prefer old school. I'm pretty sure ninja jump and fall is better, but I don't know, I just prefer this one, honestly. Alright, so the last thing for movement is sliding. Sliding is actually a really useful thing that I'm kind of glad they added. At first I was kind of mad, but now I see the use of it. And during fights, it's really helpful to like slide around and stuff. It just makes it harder for the enemy to trace me, you know, like it's pretty useful. Now keep in mind, slides are only in non-macro servers, so you're not going to find anyone sliding in a macro server. And just another tip with the sliding, you can slide along these edges and you can slide like really far. I'm pretty sure this only works in sewers because it's like really long ledge right here, but yeah, if you want to get to RPG faster, this is how you do it. So alright, so for the last chapter, we're going to be talking about terms. I've already explained what this is. Basically, it's just like words that the hoodians use that other people don't use. So the first one is LARP. This basically means like people that are lying. I don't know, I think other games use it too, but it's mainly this one that I've seen. Next up is raid. Raid basically is just like shooting up the entire server. Sometimes people do it with friends, other times it's just solo. You're gonna see that in a lot of like YouTube videos. Next is blank made. So an example of this is like damage made. Basically someone will like tell you that you're damage made, and this basically means like damage carries you. So like if you're killing someone and you do like insane amounts of damage, they're gonna call you damage made. Next up is known. This basically means like how many like mutual friends on Discord you have with someone. It's really stupid and like chronically online. I don't like this term, but I guess I'm kind of known myself. For the bonus chapter, for the people that are at the end of the video, I'm gonna be going over like little cheats and stuff. So first off is trigger bot. It's basically like whenever you see a target, let's say this chair is the target. So I'm not looking at them right now, but when I look at them, I just instantly shoot. That's basically what trigger botting is. So as soon as you see the target, like as soon as your cursor's on them, it just starts shooting automatically. Next up is silent aim. Basically what this is that if you're shooting here, then your bullet will like curve down here, basically. That's the best way I can explain it. I don't cheat myself, but... And then the last basic cheat you're gonna see the most is locking. This is basically like Fortnite aimbot, if that's the best way to explain it. It just like locks onto the target completely unnaturally. It's kind of like this. My tracing's just like somewhat good, I wouldn't call it good, but you know what I mean. It looks really unnatural. You're gonna see when someone's locking most of the time. The cheats have gotten really advanced. It's kind of sad. I don't get the point of cheating, but I guess whatever makes you happy, even though it's completely ruining the game. But yeah, that's basically all the stuff you need to know. If you think I should do a part 2 on this, let me know. And yeah, I hope you all learned something and enjoyed the video. Have a good day.